just think that's
I know,
funny.
you should have let it happen.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back once again to Hot Toys Hotline Live, episode 93. Guys, so sorry we missed you last week. Last week was just like absolutely nuts and crazy for me. I just had so much going on. I'm like, damn, I really wanted to talk about that stuff, but that's okay. There's always another time. But I hope everybody's doing well. This is going to be a quick stream for us tonight. We're going to shoot for an hour. We're going to shoot for an hour because a few of us have to scoot out early, so we're going to do our best, and maybe it'll spill over by a few minutes, but we're going to shoot for an hour. So, Lane, you already know, dude. No stories, Lane. No story. No Lane's favorite stories.
Many years ago, I did remember hearing this.
But I hope everybody's doing well tonight. We have an awesome panel tonight to talk about some great figures, some controversial stuff. Surprisingly, like the Keaton Batman, right? That was very interesting. We have a returning panel member that we haven't seen in a bit because he's been hard at work moving to a completely different state, moving his entire collection and the rest of his life with him. We got David back on the panel. So, David, it's great to have you back, my friend. I appreciate you sharing all your updates on your collection because I'm like, what's going on with David? Well, I got updates, so it's great to have you back. I hope you're doing well.
Good to see you, and shout out to your review on Deadpool. That was awesome, man.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, the Deadpool stuff's really exciting. I know Chris has been having a lot of fun with it too. I think that hype is finally starting to curve down a little bit, but man, what a time. Such a great film. I hope everybody's had a chance to see it. I'll do my best to keep any spoiler talk from popping in and out because I know some people, life gets in the way. There was a really cool accessory that popped up today from somebody by the name of Riley Lowe. You guys know him. He did the Spider-Man, the custom Tobey Maguire Spider-Man related to the film, but I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but it's really cool. So we're going to say what's up to everybody in the chat really quickly. I'm not going to spend as much time on that because we got to get right off and started. But thank you so much for being here. Lane, Sean, the Hot Toys Nightmare, Chris, the Collecting Madness, and of course, still Mike Pool. I was still Hot Pool before the stream started. I had to change it. Really forgot to change it, but hey, we can go in and out. That's Mike's specialty, right? One week he's Logan, and the next week he's the Joker. So you never know. You never know what you're gonna get. But I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's doing well. It's great to be back with you guys, and it's fun to talk about toys, right? We're here to talk about toys. So, Brick Artemis already talking smack. What's up, Brick? I'm just joking with you. Brick says, Slash on the thumbnail, but not my girl, Supergirl. Shame. Dude, admittedly, I haven't seen most of the CW DC stuff, so I don't relate to that Supergirl because I haven't seen any of the content she's in. I know what the actress looks like, and I saw the figure, and I'm like, oh, that looks pretty good. I know some people were hit or miss about it, but the Slash was more exciting to me because I swear you guys were here when we talked about what musician figures we would like to see. I said Slash. Mike said it too. Mike was like, dude, I would love to see a Slash, and here we go. I don't know if they were listening to us or if they just said, hey, this is a good one. How random,
they were
right? Right, how random. It could have been any big musician, and they just picked Slash. Really cool, though. It's really exciting to see. It's actually the same partnership between Win C and Soso Toys. That was the same partnership for the Prince Purple Rain figure as well, so that's really cool. We got X-Man Supreme in the chat, a moderator and a good friend. We'll have X-Man on here very soon. X-Man, I hope you're doing well, bro. Great to see you. This is the best time to be the X-Man Supreme because I know you're a massive Wolverine fan like Mike is, and I know you're having an absolute blast. And it's really exciting to see boatloads of Wolverine figures on pre-order right now. It's absolutely crazy. So hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. We got a channel member and a good friend, Gio, the movie canon here. Gio says, hello, collectors. What's up, Gio? Thank you so much for being here, bro. I will be making my way over to Gio's channel sometime soon, so can't wait to do that. Gio, thank you so much for being here, my friend. We got another channel member. We got Boba Fettuccine in the house. What's up, Boba Fettuccine? Boba says, heyo, let's go. Hope you're doing well, Boba. Thank you so much for being here, bro. It's always great to see you. Thanks for being here. Tom Daly's in the house. I know Tom was really hyped for the stream before we got started. Tom says, big panel tonight. Should be a good show. Well, thank you so much, Tom, as always, for tuning in. I always appreciate you being here. And yes, it should be a very fun show, but a quick one. Like I said, going to be a quick one. We're going to do our best to keep it quick. We got Christian Cooper in the house. What's up, Christian? Christian says, what's up, everyone? Christian, you got to keep that crosshair profile picture for good, right? Because you fought so hard to get that thing. So I'll never not look at my crosshair figure and think of you. So that always makes me laugh.
Aww.
But right, it's how sweet, right? But thank you so much for being here, as always, Christian. I hope you're doing well. We got Ash Chase in the house. What's up, Ash? Ash says, "What's up, plastic crackheads?" Not much. We're just chilling here on this fine Tuesday evening, getting ready to talk about some figures. Michael Keaton Batman. That's really exciting, right? So cannot wait to talk about that. I hope everybody is doing well on this fine Tuesday evening. And finally, we have Wolf Moon. What's up, my friend? Wolf Moon, I hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here. Wolf Moon is the GOAT. Wolf Moon's always helping me out with all this exclusive stuff whenever I can't get it. So, Wolf Moon, thank you so much, bro, preemptively. And thank you for being here. Guys, we're going to get right into it. We're going to talk about this Batman because there's been a lot of surprising back and forth about this Batman. People were really, really going hard about this one. And you know, some I feel like part of me when I was looking at these comments of people like just absolutely crapping on it, I'm like, maybe some of these people have like the DX09 and they were a little, maybe a little upset that they released a new one. And a lot of people were like, oh, I think the DX09 is better. And I respect your opinion on it. Me personally, I just can't see it. I think there are a lot of improvements, especially in the cowl. I think there's a lot of improvements in the cowl, especially. And some people were making comments about the mouth plates as well. I personally think they look pretty good. Admittedly, like that signature Keaton, like snarled teeth look, it looks goofy. It does. Let me see if I can pull up the photo. Somewhere here, I'm sure I could find it. Did I just oh, right here. I think I actually passed it. But, like, yeah, it could look a little goofy from certain angles, but I think it's accurate, right?
It doesn't look bad there compared to some other shots.
Right, like, yeah, there certainly are some photos that are more what's the word, flattering than others. This is really cool, the that signature, like, Carl Newman pose.
That's the thing that looks weird where they have to put the two poles into the sides of the wing.
Yeah.
To keep it out. It is a little bit like,
It is weird.
I also think it was a choice to like pose his hands like upwards like that instead of gripping it like that. Just makes it look a little goofy, but I'm sure you can obviously change that.
Plus, they don't have two of the same hand to actually just stick on there apparently, so it makes
really?
Yeah. At least Mystery Collection Adventure. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, and I want to pull this up because a lot of people are like really going in on this. And like, does the 89 Batman 2.0 suck? Now, one of the biggest like points of contention on this one, it seems to be like the texture on the suit. Looking at the prototype photos, the texture was pretty much all there in the prototype. So like a lot of people are like coming out of nowhere and complaining about the texture. And, this is like just like a general statement. It's just for shits and giggles. This is a toy at the end of the day. But Carl Newman, who actually was the movement double for Michael Keaton in 89 Batman, I reached out to him just curious. I was like, hey, because I was getting an autograph, like a signed autograph from him anyway. So I was reaching out to him about that. And I just kind of threw it in. I was like, from your memory, like, do you remember the suit being like this heavily textured in person? And he said, no, it wasn't that heavily textured. Of course, like, this is a toy at the end of the day. Like, I don't expect it to be 1-to-1 to the movie prop, but I was just curious because I'm like, so many people were like going in on this thing. Even with like the little extra texture though, I think we can all agree. I still think it looks pretty good, at least my personal opinion. I think he looks awesome. I think the cowl is much improved. The cape is certainly much better. Though many will probably still go the custom cape route because that's just, kind of a necessity for a lot of people when it comes to Batman figures. I still think it looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not canceling. I've seen a lot of people say they're canceling their order. Not me. I don't have the DX09, and even if I did, I'd probably still get this one 10 times out of 10 just because I think the improvements, especially in the cowl, which is like the face of Batman, the cowl, I think that's enough for me to warrant to get this one. But, Mike, I want to jump to you real quick because I feel like you've probably looked at this this Michael Keaton Batman many times, and I don't think Keaton is your favorite Batman, but I think you can at least appreciate his performance as Batman. But I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this, right? Like, I don't know if you've seen a lot of the comments, but, summarizing it, it's like a lot of people were complaining about the texture.
Yep.
Some people were saying the mouth plates looked a little off. And that's not everybody, of course, but there was a decent amount of people that were unhappy with the texture and everything. So
yeah, I think it also had a bad start. By the way, am I echoey? I feel like I sound like
not really. It's not too
cave
bad.
Or something.
It's
but so this is talk about unflattering. Like I want to put this next to the Bale.
And I just realized sorry to cut you off. I realized I pulled up the bloody one. This is the one I was talking about.
That's
so correction to that. This is the goofy one. Sorry.
It's just this is an example of it. Kind of disappointing, right? Because you get a few faceplates, and it's always always kind of sucks when you're like never using that one. Like there will never be. So, but I'm really excited about it. I know some of the other guys on the panel, I'm sure, have the prior release to compare it to. I don't, so this will be my first. Is it more textured? Yes. Do I think maybe they could have been referencing a photo of the costume, that was taken a few years after the film was shot, and there might have been some degradation. I don't know, because it's a strange thing for Hot Toys to have kind of overdone it on the texture. Does it bother me? No. I mean, here's the good thing. The good thing is, it's like, if this is the 92 suit and it had that texture, I'd be like, whoa, this is terrible. This is way wrong. This one always had an organic, rubbery, like early faux, I don't know how to explain it, but it was really before the advent of like getting everything down to laser.
Right. It was a very stiff suit too. Like Keaton had to move his body to turn, like he couldn't turn his neck properly. So it was a very, for sure. It was
old types of molds.
It
was just kind of like that more organic look that we saw in the earlier Star Wars films and all through the 80s, right? These were handmade things a lot of times. So it definitely had that texture. Is it a little bit much? Yeah. Do I care? Honestly, no, man. I mean, I'm super excited. I have the Batmobile already. This guy's going to go in the Batmobile. The cape is going to cover the majority of his costume anyway, and he's going to look like a badass. So, like, look at this. And I think also this figure suffered a little bit from I think the first video that ended up on YouTube was like that BS new Toys Apollo video.
I have that video pulled up for that reason.
Boy, that thing is like so bright. Like,
it's blown out. It's the worst posing like you almost have to try. It's almost like he's never seen a figure in his life, and he's like,
wait a second. Okay, first off, that's a spokesperson for the collector. Remember, the Toys Wonderland. That's like Justin's collection.
Yeah.
0.2.0. So calm down there.
I'm sorry. I'm new to this whole thing. You know what I mean? So I didn't know that he was that revered, and I do apologize.
Yeah, I can't back up anything I said.
Yeah, dude. So like, I think like even the emblem like wasn't even like attached to the cowl. It just was so bad, and it was like a bad getting out of the gate for us to first see this figure. But
yeah,
I'm telling you, man, I think it's gonna look. I think it's gonna look great in hand, and I don't want to sound like a cop out. Like it's gonna look better in hand. But I know I'm going to be happy with it. That's for sure. Will I want to upgrade the cape? Maybe. I'm curious to see what you guys think about that. But we'll see. I'm pumped, dude.
Yeah, me too, dude. And like, I'm kind of like doing things I never expected myself to do. Like I've got the two now the Batman custom capes. I've got the Jackson Zoo cape, hopefully shipping soon. My custom cape, my Jackson Zoo cape for my Batman Begins Batman's on the way. That actually just shipped for me. So I really want to see this one in person. I feel like maybe I'm spoiling myself now by having these custom capes, because I'm probably going to be like, damn, a custom cape would be a little bit, like, you know what I mean? But I do think, at least visually in the photos, I think this cape is certainly an improvement. How much of an improvement? Like you said, that's going to be like an in-hand thing. Like, okay, how do I like handling it? How does it look once I get it posed up how I want it? Sometimes switching to a drape cape helps, By the way, a big woo to Big Dog Pound. What's up, bro? I hope you're doing well. Chris seems like he's just totally burnt out today, so the belt is retired for today. But I could tell Chris is like, dude, I was cracking up earlier because I was talking to Chris and we are just joking around. He's like, dude, I'm on the night shift with the baby, and I was like, that's crazy. You just called it the night shift. I said he was like from Night at the Museum. He's got like a flashlight holstered on his hip. He's like, yep,
I got the baby bottle on the other side. Yeah.
He's like doing his rounds at night. But yeah, I could tell Chris is worn out. So Big Dog Pound, what's up, bro? I hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for being here. A channel member and a moderator. Appreciate you being here, my friend.
We got mini belt. We'll give them that.
There you go. You got the micro belt. That's what we'll call that one. We got one Adam 12 in the house. What's up, Adam? Adam's absolutely killing it on his channel with the reviews and everything. Adam, thank you so much for being here, bro. A channel member and a good friend. Adam says, Hot Toys Hotliners. What's up, guys? Not much, man. Not much. X-Man Supreme says, nope, the texture was not this crazy on the prototype. There should be texture, but not like this. Yeah, I would agree that it is a bit overly textured. I don't know. I mean, I think Chunker said that he has a photo of the prototype where it shows off the texture. Maybe I'll pull that up and we can all kind of like make our own decision on it. But Chris, while we got you talking, I want to jump to you. I know you probably don't have a lot of skin in the game on this one because you're never really like related too much with the Keaton Batman. But based on like the criticisms you've seen, which I'm sure you've seen a lot of them on Facebook and stuff, what are your thoughts on the criticism and how the figure turned out?
Yeah, so like you already stated, I don't have the skin in there enough to complain about it. However, I do find it unfortunate that when we do get a figure and unfortunately it doesn't meet certain requirements that people have, like that's never a good thing when there's some diversity in the community or like somebody who's really, really been wanting this version of Keaton and it comes up short. That's such a terrible feeling. And then I know as far as what you mentioned with the texture, you said you had spoken to the guy, I guess, who was in the suit, like as a backup or something like that, and he said it wasn't as textured as Hot Toys makes it. So yeah, that's just a L on Hot Toys' part, but obviously it's the first, it's not the first, and it won't be the last. It's just unfortunate that a character of this stature and so big, because this is a lot of people's like Batman when they think of Batman, that this has happened to. But like you said, I'm not getting this version of Batman, so it doesn't bother me. I'm more bothered like for other people and feel some type of way for them.
Yeah, and like here's the prototype, by the way, just kind of go along with that conversation. There is texture there. I do feel like the final product is more textured. Like it seems like they've laid in some more texture. Yeah, I don't know. You guys can tell me what you're seeing. I don't know. Going between what I was just looking at and this, I do see some more texture lines laid in there. And I don't know if that's just lighting.
I was also thinking, like, is it a different
there's a
material
lot more texture there.
Is it a different material than the 1.0? Like, maybe they couldn't get it to what it was, and this material will last, and that's just the compromise that you have to deal with that texture to get a longer lasting figure, or maybe,
or like Mike said, maybe they had access again. And I mean, guys, when we're talking about this texture thing, I am not at all bothered. Like, I'm not going to cancel my order. It's just like, it's an interesting curiosity, right? I'm just like, wow, that's interesting. The differences between the two.
It's just like the difference between maybe mass production versus what they did for the prototype, and
right.
Nobody caught it in time, or perhaps, and just let it go.
Yeah. Yeah, and Chunker is saying we originally brought up like the texture on the prototype, which I mean, it like I said, it looks, to me at least, call me crazy, I think it looks heavier on the new one for sure. But again, like whether that was accurate to the actual suit or not, that's not going to make me want to cancel my order, because I love Keaton Batman. I still think the figure looks awesome.
You guys were saying this faceplate looks goofy, right? Because it almost looks like the cowls.
It's the Timmy Turner mouth plate. That's what people are calling it. The Timmy Turner. But it is Michael Keaton, though. That's the thing. Like, he does this face in the film. Like, it's his signature little goofy look. But I would just, like Mike said, this is the one I'm going to keep in the box and never touch it, because it's just not, it's not for me. But it is Michael Keaton. Like, he does that look. But it's funny how people are calling it the Timmy Turner mouth plate. I'm like, that's hilarious.
I do want to see him side by side with the Bale Goofy mouth plate. Like, them have that conversation. Yeah.
That's the Bale one. He's like,
yeah.
But it's like,
Mr.
what would you do if you were a man in a suit fighting, you're sweating your ass off, you're going to make weird faces. So it makes sense. It's just,
as an
for
actor,
our
this is all he has to work with as an actor.
Right. So you have to be super expressive. Like, playing Batman is much more than just speaking, the movement, the talk, everything.
Yeah. But he is my Batman, dude. I mean, it was my first. I was 9 or 10 years old. And I was
okay, so that is your favorite. I couldn't remember if you said it was your favorite Batman. I'm sure we've talked about it a million times.
Picking it up with these controversies?
Yeah, 100%, dude. It doesn't, like, I don't know. I don't want to sound like, I'm that easy to please, but, like, I wish it were better, but it's good enough. I hate saying that for such an expensive figure, but I'll be happy with it.
I totally get it, because, like, there's been some times, like, Kate Bishop or Doc Ock, for example. Like, I got the representation, I'm happy about that, but could those sculpts have been more accurate and a bit better? Of course, by a lot, actually, but I'm still happy regardless, because I have attachment to those characters, or actor, actress, vice versa.
Yep.
Figure it out, dude. You're bringing up a sore subject, man. Dude, I want that diorama so bad. And it's funny. I saw someone mention it earlier, and I'm like, shit, we never got that. Yeah, I don't know. Figure it out. That could be one of those things that just kind of sits in the graveyard, and then on a rainy day, Hot Toys is like, oh, maybe we'll bust it out. I would say now there's more hope than ever for graveyard stuff, because look at all the stuff that's been pulled out. Especially for Star Wars, you had the Padme that was an old prototype. You had the Kit Fisto, an old prototype, and they redid that one and made it look even better. So you never know. And then we even got shown like a 92 Batman Returns.
It may not have been best in Han, but we did get a Han.
Yeah, and then they're showing a Chewie with a C-3PO backpack. So there's a lot of possibility right now. I would say that's probably not on the top of Hot Toys list, but I would love to see it. I would
Just
definitely
give me that
pick it up.
Jedi Starfighter and we'll be good, Hot Toys.
Right.
But what about the Batman anniversary, right? We haven't gotten anything yet from that. And it's already August.
NECA's been popping off. I know they've been working on a lot of stuff. I don't know. Yeah.
Was like the 2.0s of the Batfleck part of that, kind of, maybe?
It wasn't labeled as such. No.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, because they touted like, oh, we're going in on like the Dark Knight line. There's more to come, and like there's all this different stuff, and like
that Batman 92 feels like it could be part
nothing.
of that.
Yeah, that may be, but there's nothing been branded yet with that logo. So that's a good question. I don't know. Like I know it was the Marvel Summer too, and I'm still kind of waiting for that.
It'll be DC.
Maybe with the Deadpool stuff, you can consider that Marvel Summer, but that's like one film. Marvel Summer, you expect. Like actually, no, I don't.
We've gotten the Iron Man. We've gotten the
Black Widow's a big one. I'm hating. Let me take that back. What's up, Jose? By the way, Jose Blue Tattoo, Butt Sun Pludged. I think I'm pronouncing that right. What's up, guys? I hope you're doing well.
Hey man, they gave everybody the absolute Jackman figure, so that's probably what everybody needed in their life.
Sean, what are your thoughts, man? You seem to be contemplating on this Batman. What are your thoughts on the 2.0?
So I've ordered it. I'm not canceling it. The faceplates, from what I've seen in the videos, are actually better than the prototype. Yeah. However, I will never put the frickin' thing where it's like I'm constipated, I'm screaming Rachel's name out plate. That'll never happen. But I like the smile one with the blood on him. When he's like,
that one's not bad.
Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Yeah, that one's cool.
The texturing, though, like I have a picture from when we originally seen it, and it is a little bit much. However, it's not enough for me to cancel it. Regarding capes and stuff like that, I have one for the Returns Batman versus what came in stock, and the custom cape is good. I can see why people want to go get them, regardless if Hot Toys provides a good one or not. They're still going to want to go through and do that.
That's true.
But this overall, I mean, it's nice. It appears that it has more movement than the original.
Yeah, like the arms go a lot higher too. I noticed, which is a huge plus, obviously, because the suit material in general on the first one I heard was very stiff. I never owned the first one, but I heard it was very stiff. So
yeah, and then the appendages from the gauntlets and everything that used to break off. So hopefully that's been solved, because the original one, they would just come off.
Yeah.
So hopefully there's a lot of good changes and everything else, but until it's really in hand, we won't really know.
Yeah, and I do want to pull up, while you're talking, I'm going to pull up that video that you guys were talking about where it like looked a little blown out. I haven't watched it, but I'm very curious to see, because I saw multiple people kind of making their... That's actually a funny little scene he put in there.
Did you guys all go with the deluxe, those of you that ordered this?
Dude, that base with the Vicky Vale high heel on it, I had to. And I was hoping that'd be like a little teaser of Hot Toys, like, hey, we're going to do Vicky Vale, but no, nothing. What's up, Philly? I hope you're doing well. Figurecraft is here. Philly says, fellas, how's it going? It's doing great. Can't wait for my 89 to arrive, hopefully soon, waiting on Sideshow. I think I got mine from Off the Racks, I think. By the way, guys, 66 people watching. If you haven't already, please consider dropping a like on the stream. We would very much appreciate it. But Philly, thank you so much for dropping in, bro. I hope you're doing well. And yeah, I'm really excited. I still have not opened my 89 Batmobile. I saw somebody say they canceled. I think it was Gio. Gio said he had a waitlist conversion, decided to pass on it.
Oh. I love it. I think mine looks great.
Yeah, I haven't opened it yet. I know I've seen a lot of stuff. I won't lie, I'm not going to spend the money on it, but the Jazz Inc. one does look really good. He showed like a video of the turbine spinning, all stuff that doesn't matter to me personally, but it was really dope. So I'm glad that for those that pre-ordered that one.
This is so blasted out. Too much light.
Yeah.
So one thing I do want to add though is I have a feeling once Sideshow has this in hand is when we might see more announcements. Hot Toys doesn't want to risk not having these sold. So they may want to get Sideshow's product to them so it gets distributed to us. And I think that's when we'll see the announcement for the 92 returns. And I think that's when we'll see anything for the 80th anniversary. Or whatever the animated anniversary is.
I would love to see them take a shot. I know a lot of people are interested in it right now, but I would love to see them do it.
I would like that too.
You guys think that there's any chance they might fix this in a second batch, like they did with the Batman Begins suit, like how they went matte in the second
Didn't someone say there's only one batch of this?
Oh, okay.
Am I wrong?
I don't think they got time. They got too many other Deadpools to make.
Dude, the '89 Batman, Keaton's Batman, just had the coolest gadgets out of all of them, dude. It was look at
you just had to ask the Joker, and he would let you know that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got such. What does he say? What's the quote about his toys?
Wonderful toys.
He's got such wonderful toys.
Where does he get those wonderful toys?
Yeah, where does he get those wonderful toys? How did I forget that? It's such a big quote. Yeah, Owen, dude, we never said that the M1 was coming. We never said that, dude.
Hey, whoa, wait a minute. We're very positive saying we believe the N1's coming.
Joking. I know, I'm joking. We got OG fan. What's up, OG? A channel member and a good friend and a moderator on the channel. OG says, wow, I love that Doc Ock, one of my favorites battling classic suit spot, and I don't have many non-Star Wars figures. Yeah, I don't know. The Doc Ock, that's another one that kind of had the same reaction.
That's what I was saying.
I like. Did anybody else miss this? Yeah. What the fuck? That's a blooper, bro.
You're creating him like flying. I hope he had like.
Hell no, that shit fell. Look, bro, he's barely standing. Look, watch.
I don't know. I think that looks like it was.
I think he purposely did it to make it look like he
Sure. No, I think that was a blooper, and he just kept it in.
Man, I haven't seen anything like that since Justin did that in-art live video.
Right.
I don't know.
I will just say that this. I will just say because I didn't comment on this. The only thing I would comment on is the diorama here is probably one of the nicer dioramas that they've done, but God, it's huge. Just seeing the box for this,
it's
unboxing
so
for this
dope,
thing,
though.
Yeah, that you can remove the gargoyle and everything. Like that thing, you can just, bro. There are just so many figures that you could put on that.
Yeah,
like just, I mean. I just pictured like you could put Deadpool on there for some goofy making fun of pose with like your Deadpool figure you recently reviewed, or if you are
Spider-Man.
using Spider-Man could go on that. I think two of their releases this year have great dioramas. This one,
this material, Lane. Look how bendy. Watch when he. It just makes me cringe when he poses it.
I can't help but laugh at how he's showing neck articulation, especially on this fucking figure.
That would be me, dude. That would be me doing this shit. I always.
The thing is with this figure, is it's not really meant to be bent or weird.
He does pose pretty well, though. I will say, like the suit seems. I don't know if I would keep it in a crazy pose, but like he does move pretty well.
You know what I like though?
That scares me.
Yeah.
That scares me.
Remember, Justin would always say, he's like, now this is my personal copy, so I'm not going to,
That's what I say, dude. I'm like, look.
Guy,
you got to give it to him, because that's me in my videos. I'm like, look, guys, I'm not going to go. I literally say in my videos, I'm not going to go crazy on my personal copy.
Yeah.
Depending on what it is, no shot, dude. I'm not breaking
Bro, I watched that, and you know me, I usually half the time complain about, like, oh, man, you got to.
Whoa, look at the pose building the boots. That's awesome.
Yeah, but I saw him do the splits, and I was like, no.
No, I wouldn't do that. That's actually crazy, though, considering that's like a fully, like, I guess it's like a rubberized material, maybe, that it could pose that far. That's actually pretty impressive. I mean, it looked like it kind of snapped back in place a little bit, but...
ever since I watched that live video on Sideshow where Guy Glender had Throbbing and he was lifting his leg up, and the groin pop ripped and went straight up. I've been really careful with all my figures ever since that moment, and this just like gave me flashbacks.
I never saw that, dude. Why did I never see that?
It's
That's
hilarious.
Yeah, it was like, people started making videos. It got taken down by Sideshow, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, obviously it was an honest mistake, but that is pretty funny. Yeah, this base is pretty dope, Bo, but I actually really like it. It's very versatile, right? You could use it for a lot of stuff. Obviously, it's like kind of scene specific for this film, but it's still really cool, and I think
I don't
it's
get the
versatile.
one thing he did here is later towards the end is he sticks the figure inside the Batmobile like this. It looks stupid.
I will say, Lane, I will say this. I don't know if you saw, Lane, Jazz is working on a cockpit specific Keaton Batman, which I think is very clever. I will probably buy that for mine because there's no way I'm going to shove this figure in there.
Other than that, it looks so ridiculous and stupid.
It's not really, especially with the suit, whether the material's improved or not, it's not really like meant to be shoved in there and last the test of time. So again, to see that Jazz is working on like a cockpit only version, I think that's very clever. So I'll probably get the cockpit only version along with this one, just to stick in the cockpit. Just maybe I won't even see him in there, but I just know he's in there.
Yeah. No.
Well, he could have cut the legs off and then fit him in that way.
Well, I know. Nate had said he was on with Denobi the other day, and he was actually what he planned to do was he's trying to track down a DX9 to stick in actually his.
Yeah, I could see a lot of people doing that. There. I could see like someone had one that was like completely annihilated. So look, guys, like this is what I'm saying. Like, look at the like. I personally cannot say the DX09 Cal is anywhere close to as good as this new one. Like, look at the rounded front, and then like the ears as well. I think they're a little bit more accurate on the new, especially when you look at it from the side. I don't know.
No comparison.
I agree.
I got a little story for this because this was my introduction for Hot Toys. I went into a comic book store. The DX09 was sitting up on a shelf, and I'm a Batman freak, but there was Snake Eyes and DX09. I picked up the DX09 and I was like, this is pretty dope, but it was so stiff and I was so impressed with Snake Eyes. I ended up walking away with Snake Eyes. This is where when Patience kind of actually panned out for me, only 13, 14 years later, but
right.
At the same time, it's like, I mean, I think the cape looks improved, the cowl, the body, of course, is going to be improved. I personally like the texture on it. It looks like someone took some spackle and whatnot, but he'll be paired with the Batmobile for sure. I didn't get the diorama with it. The diorama is going to be the Batmobile, but I don't know. It looks incredible. I would love a quarter scale myself.
Dude, I don't collect quarter scale, but I would probably be tempted by that. I probably would be.
I know it's not Hot Toys quality, but the NECA quarter scale is actually pretty
their
good.
Quarter scales, especially their Predators, are pretty dope, man. They've done some really cool, like NECA.
I have the Keaton. Yeah.
I know a lot of people in this hobby seem like they don't collect anything NECA, but I collect some of the smaller scale NECA stuff here and there, just for like kind of fill-ins for like my horror collection and stuff. They do really good work. They really do. What's up, Cylon? And also I see my boy 12-inch Moose Stream in the chat. What's up, Moose? A channel member and a good friend. Moose says, my deluxe Batman just converted today, paid it off. I wish it were smooth, but love the dog. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mentioned this earlier. You probably weren't here for it, but the texture is a little overly textured, but it certainly does not ruin the figure for me. And then, like, from further back, you could certainly kind of hide that texture, right? Like, it doesn't really pop out at you when you have it from further back. So when I'm looking at it in this photo, I'm not seeing any, like, crazy texture here. So, yeah, I'm definitely sticking to my pre-order. I'm really excited for this one. The cape, again, you can look at the cape. The cape does look very improved. It's just how does it feel in person when you're kind of posing in your display? We'll see. Hopefully the arms get a little bit closer to the body. I think Hot Toys has had that issue with a lot of their like stiff suit figures is like the arms don't get quite close enough to the body. It looks like they're a little bit closer. But I don't know. For me, guys, I just can't see personally, just my personal opinion, I can't see the DX09 is better conversation. This looks decently better in my opinion. So, I think that's everything for this. Does anybody else have any more comments on the Batman before we move on?
I just got one.
Sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I talk over someone?
No, I was just saying can't wait, but go ahead.
No. Another thing I thought of with the base, if anyone's ever played Arkham Knight video game, how the
course.
Joker would just pop up out of nowhere talking to Batman. I've literally thought about setting that up to where having my Batman Beyond walking down the stairs and the Joker like putting his hand up like this at him, talking to him like, you better remember there's two of us in here now.
Oh, dude, that would be awesome.
Dude, all of those scenes with like the Joker like being in his head and stuff are so good, man.
Yeah.
Those games.
And you
so
really
good.
can use it with any Batman. You're right, and David's right too. Like I have the Batmobile, so the Batmobile is not going to be on the top of a Gothic roof, so I won't be using the base next to it. But I'm going to use the base somewhere.
Yeah. And yeah, Blue, I do agree. Jazz Inc.'s cowl does need some work. It seems like they are working on it though, like based on feedback. But yeah, it was very like bubble headed in the first prototype. But I think the gentleman Sean who's working on it already showed like an updated one. So hopefully they'll continue to improve on it, which Jazz seems to be pretty good with feedback. So yeah, we actually gave away one of the NECA turtles on the channel, and I thought it was really nice in person. It was one of the 1990 TMNT ones. I thought it was dope. So yeah, NECA does some really cool stuff, and maybe some stuff that you wouldn't typically expect. Like they do a lot of props too, some really cool like props. So yeah, definitely a really cool figure, guys. That's all we really have to say on it. I think it's an awesome looking figure. Is it perfect? No, but I'm happy to pick it up. I can't wait to get it. I can't wait to have my semi-complete, I guess the beginning of complete, because of course anything Mars Toys does, 89, 92 related, I'm going to keep buying up. So we'll see what else he pushes out. I'm really hoping for Bob. I need my number one guy. I need Bob. So hopefully he does Bob. I think he will though. Another interesting thing from this week, guys. The Ladypool was officially announced. We knew this was coming. Not going to spend too much time on this, but I do want to say, and let me take this off the screen. Let me get this out. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. What I want to say about this that I find very interesting is this has wool-rooted hair, guys. This is the second time they've done this. I know a lot of people in the chat, maybe their ears are perking up right now because they didn't know that. But yeah, this has wool-rooted hair. So the non-artisan Jack Sparrow has wool-rooted hair, and this has wool-rooted hair. So I don't think that like devalues the artisan line for me. I think that's actually a good thing because that was what I was hoping would not happen. I was really hoping that like the artisan hair wouldn't just be like a paywall thing and then they're still going to use the crappy nylon hair where they see fit. I was hoping that maybe they would implement the wool-rooted hair on that damn Catwoman, but you know, they did not, and Lane and I were very sad about it. But with that being said, this is a really cool announcement. With all of the cool stuff coming out right now, I couldn't justify paying the extra to get this right now like I did with the Deadpool because I just don't need this right now. I am going to pick this up because I'm not going to say who it is in the film because, again, I know most people have probably seen it at this point, but I don't want to be that guy. So I'm going to avoid that. But a lot of you, when you find out who plays it, you might want this figure just because of that fact. Tips Fedora. Yeah. But no, this is really cool, guys. I love to see the Deadpool variants. You know, the Deadpool figure came with Headpool, Babypool. So it's cool to see all the different Deadpool variants. I think this is going to look absolutely incredible next to the new Deadpool figure. Again, wool-rooted hair, a huge plus. I think it looks really good. I think it's styled pretty nicely. I'm excited for this. What I am not excited for, and I know Chris was upset with too, is what the hell, man? We had a special edition on the line. Oh, geez. Excuse me, my voice just gave out. I'm like, I got helium. We had a special edition on the line, and nothing happened with it. Apparently, Sideshow got that information from Hot Toys. They posted up on their Coming Soon page, and then Sideshow was like, oh, Hot Toys said, never mind. They're not doing the special edition. That was a miscommunication. So fortunately, guys, we won't be getting the couch or the casting couch, as a lot of people are calling it for some reason. But I think this figure is really dope. Poses like this are what make you want to get more of these Deadpool variants, just because it's just such a fun little time posing these in your display. And Deadpool is one of those figures you can really stick him anywhere, and he just looks like he fits in. You know, he's like, and especially that he's in a multiversal film now. It's like no holds barred, right? You could just do whatever you want with him, and he just looks hilarious. You could put him in a Jedi robe if you want, and he would look cool. So, Bailey says, seems like a strange figure for how much screen time she got. It is. It certainly is. And then I think this, pulls into the question, where's my Wong figure, or, where's my Baze Malbus that I've been crying about for the last 5 years, longer than that actually. But, yeah, and for sure, Pedro, that's a good point as well. Like this isn't like the same amount of work that like that Artisan Joker head would be. I totally agree with that. But it's just cool to see that they're not cheaping out and using the nylon hair, because this wool hair just looks more realistic and it's going to hold the shape a little bit better, because they do put product on it, of course. But very good point for sure. It definitely doesn't take nearly as much work. Kidpool will have the couch. That's it. That'd be like a Build-A-Figure type thing almost. Like they're kind of getting us with that. I don't know. Who Chris, I'll jump to you because I know you were really hyped about this Deadpool stuff. Are you picking up this Ladypool?
I am, bro. I have to have the whole Deadpool family.
Now, let me ask you this. Are you going, because guys, there are, I think 500 units going out early in Hong Kong for this one. Did you opt for that? Or are you just like, I don't need it right this second. I'll just put in the pre-order and hope that it comes sooner than later?
I did, because like I'm super hype on the film, so I got it pre-ordered. Should come early, but there's no guarantees with that stuff. It's international, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm excited about it. It'll be my first, because I missed out on Wonder Woman, unfortunately, and I know it's not the same thing because it's not a full head of hair, but like dealing with that wool hair material, I'm definitely excited to see that in person and get a feel for what it's like. If she's anything like Deadpool is when I got him in hand, as far as posability and that suit material, dude, posing her with him is going to be so much fun. Like, I've had so much fun with that Deadpool figure, and it's really brought me back to like a love of the toy again, so much so that I did like a little photo shoot. So just being able to have those two together, and like you've seen with that couch, I also hope we get that with some type of figure or something.
Well, let's hope that X-Man's right, that it's going to... and Blue Tattoo wants the couch for his Shaun of the Dead figures.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for Kidpool. If they do like other variants, I don't want to say any of the variants because, like you said, if we're doing spoiler free, I don't want to say anything like that.
Yeah, just for this week. After next week, guys, if you haven't seen it, I can't protect you any longer. But for this week, we'll leave it. We'll leave it to the side.
They break the fourth wall, so it's like you said, you can put them anywhere, and it's so much fun to do. So I'm excited for this one. I think the Uzis are super badass compared to the Deagles. Now a Deagle, it's a monster, and he got the gold ones, but like just how she's posed with the katana and the Uzi, it's just like I'm
almost hoping her katanas will be die cast because they're like regular metal and not like that goldish color like the Deadpool ones.
Yeah.
We'll see. I doubt it, but it would be really cool.
I don't know. I'm kind of like, I hate that the version of Deadpool I got like is obviously now the more, I guess, what's it called? The top one that you want to get compared to
sought
the other
after,
two. Yeah, because of the problems with the suit. But I hate that they got away from that die cast part. But I could see why if they're.
It's because of the color. Yeah, I mean to achieve that on the metal would be very difficult. So I do understand it.
But maybe wait after a while on the mag.
That's the thing, though. I said that. I said that in my review. Like, I didn't think that the original die cast katanas were like heavy. They were actually pretty balanced. It's like, whereas like like the in-art machine gun that comes to the Joker, as beautiful as that thing is, it's a little on the heavier side. And I didn't feel that way about the katanas that came with Deadpool. I felt like they were pretty nice.
I mean, they do a really good job of making them look like they're die cast, like the speckling of the metallic paint and stuff. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, me too. So something else for me popped up. We're going to talk about it next, that made me be like, okay, I don't need the Ladypool right now. Because, like, I really want this figure, but something else just popped up that I'm like, okay, I need that actually now. I need that now. Yeah, Moose, that would have been dope to see those Desert Eagles be die cast. I would have been all for that. Is anybody else on the panel picking this one up? I know a lot of people are probably like snoozing on this one, but just curious before we move on to another topic. Is anyone else interested in picking this one up?
Yeah, I just looking it up.
So David and Sean, you guys are both picking this one up.
Yep.
share. You care to share any thoughts? Like, what are your thoughts, Sean? Let me ask you. What are your thoughts on the wool hair that they're continuing to use this throughout their lines as opposed to just staying to artisan?
I don't know. I'm not a major fan of the whole artisan. Like, for example, I got the Black Widow, luckily, but I rather would have had sculpted. Like, the whole rooted hair thing is not a big deal for me at all. And
kick them all.
You know, if they're going to make something with the rooted hair, with the rooted hair, it should accompany by a sculpted one. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
We didn't get Anakin Skywalker for that. We didn't get Black Widow. And like that was what, 6,000 for Black Widow?
Yeah, 2,000 of the non-special and 4,000. She still sold out pretty quick, which is crazy. That just shows you
for how many that character was.
Yeah.
I'm just like
the collector had more.
Yeah.
And with all that and everything else, I'm just like, if this came like with some type of like sculpted hair outside of it, I would have been okay with it. I like how it looks and how it's coming. But for some reason, I was thinking that Kid Pool was going to come with Ladypool.
Yeah, that would have been smart because that's an easy little extra figure to throw in there as a pack.
Yeah, Deadpool came with the baby pool and like the head pool and all that other stuff.
Right?
I don't care for another dog pool. Like, given
but he doesn't have the goggles on at least.
But I'm like, it's because I already have one displayed. It's not gonna get displayed.
We're gonna see a lot of reused stuff in this line, I think.
It's like the Grogu of. That's what people were saying.
Yeah, I have a feeling too that from the movie, and this isn't a spoiler because this Deadpool's in the trailer, is we would get Cowboy Pool.
Yeah, that would be cool. Or the Samurai.
I was gonna say as well, but I didn't say it. Like, I would take.
No, I mean, that's like such a mild thing because those aren't major plot-related characters. So I wouldn't consider that really a spoiler. Yeah, I think that's fair.
But like you said, we're not naming who, but I am picking this up because of who it is as well.
Yeah. I don't want to ruin that because that's like the big reveal. When you hear the voice, you're like, oh, it's this person. So I don't want to ruin that for those who haven't seen it yet. But it was a fun moment. Again, I think this is really cool. I agree with everything everybody said. I'm more excited than I could ever be about another Deadpool-related figure, knowing that the suit is so good on the new one. It's a huge, huge improvement. So for those of you guys that got burned, especially by that first one, I know people had issues with the second one, but the first one especially was really rough. But yeah, this one's really exciting. David, do you have any additional thoughts? Or Mike, do you guys have any additional thoughts?
I just think it's cool to have female characters in the collection. I've got the Black Panther coming in. I've got the Mighty Thor. Ellen Ripley. I think it's cool just to have. I think Hot Toys does a really nice job with female releases, in my opinion.
Yeah, especially lately, I think they've been doing a really good job, especially with like
they've been killing the proportions.
Right, with the proportions, like, and that's like, some people take it a weird way, but realistically, like, female proportions are important to make them look correct and not like boxy looking. Like some of those older releases from Hot Toys, that the proportions aren't, especially like Scarlett Johansson, who has a very unique looking body. Like, the new Black Widow was very, very impressive to me because they did a much better job on those proportions, and especially in like the hip area. Like, it just looks more realistic and more like
even
a
the proportions on Reva and Padme.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything weird about that. I mean, we would compare the proportions like, a Hugh Jackman versus
like especially
Hemsworth. Like, they have different, like Thor's physique looks different than Wolverine's physique. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right, like that new seamless body for the variant of Wolverine. That's clearly based on Hugh Jackman's actual body because it looks just like him, which is crazy.
But speaking of that, somebody in the chat brought up, like, do you think she looks a little thin in some place, especially the legs? Like, I would say like a little bit, but if I were interested in this figure, I don't think it would turn me off at all from getting it. But I could kind of see that a little bit.
Yeah, maybe in some areas.
But I think your price point's fine. I think because I already have them pre-ordered through Sideshow, like I did day one.
Yeah.
But I just, I think I love the look of the figure and everything. Just the wool hair was kind of the thing that made me kind of decide to pull the trigger and stuff on her. And I mean, I know like you do who she, who Ladypool is. Had to pick it up. And I like that they still included like alternate so you can switch out the eyes with the winking and all that kind of stuff. Didn't cheap out.
Yeah, that's very important for a character like this because obviously, like, the eyes are everything, So I almost wish they included more. I wasn't like disappointed.
I was gonna say because you had an option with a special edition of Deadpool, and like, granted, the base is controversial. Not a lot of people like it.
The base sucks. Let's be real. The base sucks.
But for me, because I have it, it's the only option that I have. Like, if I want a base, I'm stuck with it, and like, it's not the end of the world. But now I'm going to have this base next to it, and it kind of doesn't flow, if that makes sense. Unless I end up putting them both on the same.
Yeah.
Or on the couch if it gets made, but yeah.
So there is one other Deadpool I really want, but I can't say it. But I think you guys all know what I'm talking about.
I do. It's like the number one that every.
Was he a really nice guy?
No.
No,
the other.
Yeah, that's so.
Well, there's when you say the other, there's multiple that I would want.
P.
But... Oh yeah, that was that was my second choice.
Yeah, that's Yes, we do, Mike.
That's another like special moment in the film. That's hilarious. That was such a funny little. Yes, this and the other Deadpool came with a crap ton of hands, which is great to see, and it almost makes me upset that they continued to let us down with other ones. But guys, we got 74 people watching. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. See a lot of new faces as well. If you haven't already, please.
Can we just lift the spoiler ban so we could talk about it?
No, we don't have the time for that
poll.
Tonight. Drop a like on the stream if you haven't already, guys.
Mike and I really want to talk about it.
Next week, if there's something new, like maybe if Kid Pool comes next week, we'll talk about it some more. But we're going to move on. I will say, guys, this next thing is actually hilarious to me for a very particular reason. So, for those of you guys that don't know... Dude. So, apparently... Some dude got really bold and he stole this figure from the D23 backstage and put it up for sale on OfferUp. And, that was just a post that someone made online, but apparently I saw screenshots of the OfferUp post and the dude was only asking like $300 and apparently he was doing local meetup. The post got taken down. I'm guessing, Disney is ever far stretching, so I'm guessing they sniped him pretty quickly when they found out about it because they're not stupid. They got people everywhere.
They're like, sure, we'll meet up.
Right, yeah, and they meet up, and it's just a cop with handcuffs in his hand. Right, but yeah, the dude stole this and put it up for sale for $300. That's less than retail, because apparently the retail on this is going to be $400 at the D23 Expo. But yeah, this is the Mark 80 Avengers Campus Edition. This is the incoming D23 figure for this year. I thought I was sick of Iron Man, guys, but this is really cool to me. Anything Disney related, I'm a sucker for. I have the Avengers Campus Spidey. You guys know I did a review last year on that one. Shout out to Wolf Moon because he grabbed that for me last year. Here's my plan for this one. And this is what got me. It comes with a freaking shawarma, dude. And that ties to the original Avengers with them talking about, going for shawarma and stuff. So that's just cool to me to have that in the collection. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to put a head sculpt out of my mini Tony Stark head sculpts, and I'm going to have him with the shawarma in hand, eating on that shawarma next to my Avengers Campus Spidey with the churro. That's my plan. I think this is pretty cool. It's very bare bones, though. From what we've seen, there's the shawarma. You got, your typical accessories. This is not the Mark 85, by the way, guys. It's very similar. This is the Mark 80. And here's some like kind of all around shots of the Mark 80. I don't know if this is like on display at the Avengers campus or if this is like a generic like 3D model photo that someone had shared. But how crazy is this, guys? We have kind of like Disney was kind of like forced to reveal this early because someone stole it and put it on OfferUp for sale. I guess whoever took it didn't realize that, us Hot Toys collectors are like so on top of this stuff that we knew it was like a really out of the blue, like, holy crap, where did this figure come from type of thing.
Dude, is that like a humongous protractor? Should I recognize that?
Yeah, I don't know the deal with that. I don't know if that was just kind of thrown in the photos as like a thing to go along with those little blueprint pieces of paper that comes with. I'm guessing what that is. That's what that is. Yeah, and Mr. Comus, it seems like these D23 figures are all pretty like on the lazier side because you had like the Endgame D23 Captain America edition that really didn't. I can't remember the exclusive part to that. It wasn't anything special, but
Hey, did the box say LXXX?
yes, yeah,
Because that's a Roman numeral for 50, not 80.
LXXX.
Yeah.
That's it's 80.
LXXX?
Yeah,
L is 80, L is 50, X is 10.
Yeah.
Wow, Chris is schooling you.
Yeah. The 85
Okay, never mind. My bad. Sorry.
It could just be Mark.
No, it's not like I'm an expert, Sean. I saw.
No, it's just like I was like questioning if I typed it in wrong. Yeah, so that's why I was asking.
There we go. See, and I didn't even know it worked that way. I don't know anything about
X very well, Sean.
Mark L triple X.
My bad.
Yeah, triple X.
I'm sorry. It's been a long time since I was in college.
Oh, Cap came with like that. Like maybe at the time that was probably pretty exciting, but now it's like. But still, I think this is pretty cool. Again, like last year, and admittedly, that figure did get overhyped because it dropped pretty quick in value, the Avengers Campus Spotty. But I think that figure's awesome. I love the colors on the suit. And the churro accessory is dope, even though like he has a hand like this to hold the churro, and it's ridiculously stupid. I have to go through my other Spider-Man hands soon and like dig through those hands and just find something that relatively matches the color. But, oh, and the Tesseract, okay. Yeah, I don't know, Wolf. It's interesting that they always do Marvel. It's been Marvel the past few years, I think. I can't remember the last time they've even done a D23 Star Wars. I don't know how long they've been doing these D23 versions, but
I don't think they. When
they ever do
one?
I don't think
I know, like
them.
the last one was the Endgame Captain America, but that was.
Yeah, so maybe Cap was one of the first ones they started doing the D23 editions. I don't know. But either way, yeah, I think this is pretty cool. Are any of you guys interested in this one even remotely?
A little bit.
Yeah. I want it, like I said, I want it because of its ties to Disney. Chris, when I said I was passing on getting Ladypool day one in favor of something else, this is what I want instead. I think this is like, for the Disney collection, dude, I got to get it. And the shawarma, having the shawarma with the head sculpt, I'm going to throw a head sculpt on it. It's just really cool to me. Obviously,
I think
I don't think so.
Okay.
You get this little robot.
Yeah, like a spider robot.
Spider bot. Sorry, go ahead, Chris. Sorry to mean to cut you
I
off.
was just gonna say, if I was getting a D23, I still think it would be the Spider-Man with the churro. Like I missed that one, and I just haven't gone back to grab it. I've had chances, but at this point, it's just kind of past the hype for me. And then seeing this, I don't have that one, so I'm like, I don't need this one.
That makes sense. Clone Trooper says, looking at these pics, it looks like the thighs are reused from the Mark 85, but the rest of the armor looks new. Yeah, there's definitely some similarities in certain spots, but I think you're right. I think for the most part, it is a new design, which is cool. If my Mark 85 was the clean version, I would probably ditch that because I'm getting this one, but I have the battle damage, and I have him in that, like, famous kneeling pose where he's snapping, so.
I heard this guy isn't even at campus, though.
I think if anything, it's not like how they have Spider-Man, like, there's a whole show where he swings around and stuff. If anything, I'm guessing these photos of like the blueprints and stuff are probably somewhere in the park. I don't know, but I've obviously never been to Disneyland, but I think it's probably somewhere in the park. They probably have like the blueprints or something.
Maybe Tony's funding it, and that's
probably part of it. Yeah. Probably part of it, but I think this is cool. I just thought it was hilarious when I saw that someone posted that on OfferUp. I'm like, dude, imagine being the person that bought that, and Disney's like, nah, give us our shit back. We want that back. You don't get to keep that. But they probably pay you handsomely to give it back.
They're like, hey, we'll come get that from you for $300. Show up, it's like a SWAT team, and they're
right. Yeah, they're like, yeah, just come to the door. We won't hurt you, and then you just get tackled by the SWAT team.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would go that far for it, but it is Disney.
They beat you with a die-cast Iron Man.
Right. But yeah, not much more else to say about that. This is cool. So guys, this is the figure coming for D23 this year. If you guys are interested in it, it's going to be popping up online for sale because there's going to be a lot of people trying to grab these. The final, guys, like I said, we're moving quick on this one. The final quick little topic for tonight is going to be an early end of the stream. By the way, guys, 66 people watching. Amazing turnout tonight. If you haven't already, please consider dropping a like on the stream. This is really exciting to me because I think just last stream, we had this conversation about the musician figures. And I was saying, and Mike, you were agreeing with me, like it would be really cool to see them do a Slash figure. And what are the odds a week or I guess 2 weeks later, we could just see a Slash figure?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, this is really cool. Chris, if you want to share your thoughts, because I know you're about to head out. On the Slash figure, I don't know if this interests you at all. I don't know if you're into the musician stuff apart from the Elvis figure that you're picking up, but
no, I am. So I'm not gonna pick him up, but I did kind of grow up knowing who he was. I used to be in like some small little band, like I'm sure every teenager was, thinking you're gonna do something and you absolutely suck. But I used to have long hair down to my chest, and I used to always wear a fedora, and like people would actually call me or say I don't like him because I'd wear glasses.
I don't believe that for a second, dude.
But ask the wife. It was long time ago. But yeah, so that's all I'll say on that. I think it's cool for the music stuff. I like to see more of these musicians and artists or celebrity type figures. So
yeah,
hopefully they keep doing that. But
yep. All right, bro. Well, hey, I know you're going back to daddy duties, but we appreciate you making the time to come in with us. We're going to be ending out here very, very shortly, but thanks for coming on, guys. Check out the Collecting Madness on YouTube,
yes,
Instagram, TikTok.
Deadpool's on there, and
yes, sir.
That video is great.
Next.
All right, nice.
Anakin's next.
I haven't opened mine yet. Mine just got here yesterday, so.
What the hell? You guys all have Anakin already?
Yep. We got them from mine's from Sideshow, actually.
Sideshow,
really?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
I got mine on Friday.
All right, Chris. Take care, bro.
See you, man. Thank you.
Bye. Make good choices.
Bye.
Raise good children.
Blue tattoo. That is crazy that you mentioned that because that's exactly what I was thinking for my display because I do have the in-art Michael Jackson on pre-order. I love the performances with Slash and Michael Jackson. So yeah, I definitely want to have those two together in my display as well. That's a crazy that you made that same point. But so what's cool about this one? So someone asked, does this have rooted hair? This does have rooted hair. Not sure the track record from Win C on rooted hair. You guys know on my channel I did a review of the Prince Rogers Nelson from the Purple Rain era with the Purple Rain outfit and everything. Same collaboration, So Toys / Win C. It's a very good figure. It wasn't perfect. There was some random QC issues here and there with some things, but I thought it was a pretty awesome figure. So I think this is going to be awesome. I personally think maybe the head sculpt could use a little bit of work, just a smidge, but I do like this. And it's a real leather outfit, they say actually on the main photo here. And this is really cool too. It comes with a hand for the tuning forks. I'm hoping they do something different for the pick hand because on the prints, it was like the fingers were literally fused together. And you had like the tiniest bit of meat on the fingertips to grab the pick, which I thought was a little goofy, but
that looks so realistic right there.
I know, dude.
Oh man. And even the way they leaned them like this, whoever posed this understands.
Yeah, these photos are great.
Like.
And that's that same kind of like crouching pose that Slash gets in when he's like really going hard. So I think this is cool, man.
Yeah, it looks really great.
First figure that I'll ever have with a nose ring too.
He looks really good.
I'm just worried about the rooted hair though. That's the only thing because I don't know their Win C. I don't know like how good they'll be with rooted hair. It looks fine here, but it does look like it's that nylon hair. So I imagine it'll probably be a bit of a mess. But this is everything he comes with. Again, it does state this is a genuine leather outfit. I think they picked a really good outfit for him though. I think he looks pretty awesome here.
I wonder what that shirt is from. I don't like recognize it as.
I don't either. I don't. Yeah, it doesn't jump out at me either. Boa says, this one's third party because they actually use the Gibson logo on the guitar.
I don't care.
I love the copyright infringement because like with unfortunately with like the Kurt Cobain, they didn't put Fender on his Stratocaster, which is unfortunate. But yeah, okay, so I'm glad that we weren't the only ones that were looking for the Slash, but yeah, I will definitely be picking this one up. Not even just for Guns N' Roses. Slash was kind of like someone I looked up to as a kid, just 'cause I thought he was really cool. I thought the top hat was cool. I thought his style was cool. When I thought I was going to learn how to play guitar well, I always looked up to Slash. I wanted Gibson did some like custom replicas of his guitar and stuff, which I always wanted. I never got. So I think this is really cool. And I know Owen, I think I missed your comment earlier. How did I miss that? Owen, I know, has been a champion for all the musician figures. I think, were you working on a Jim Morrison or a Jimmy Page? I couldn't remember, like a custom, and it looked really good. Yeah, they did say something about the Super Bowl prints. I won't be picking that one up. I got to be smarter about like duplicates, but the Purple Rain look for me is my ultimate look for prints anyway. It just sucks because the guitar that comes with that Super Bowl version is so dope. But dude, Mr. Comics, it is insane what that Kurt Cobain figure is going for. Like I think there's some sales of like over 1,000 for that thing, which is crazy, man. Totally crazy. I still have mine in the box. I have to open it up and do some videos and stuff on it, but yeah.
So is there those Marshall amps right there? Obviously, that's not included with it, right? But it leads me to believe they must exist.
They do. I've been meaning to buy because someone makes a replica of basically the exact same amplifier that Kurt Cobain used.
Oh, all right, cool.
He used multiple amplifiers, but one of his amplifiers that he used, they make a 6-scale model. I've been meaning to buy that for mine. So I'll be picking that up soon for sure. Oh, so it was Jim Morrison. Okay. Yeah, that was really dope, man. It looked really good. So my closing thoughts, because we're going to close out the stream here because I know some people have to dip out. If I could pick one musician figure to be made, like if I had a choice of one, it would definitely be Johnny Cash for me. That's one I would really love to see, like a young man in black Johnny Cash with the all black suit. I would be all for that, man. I would love to pick that up. But anything Metallica too, I would be down for anything Metallica. You can give me the whole band. I'll buy the whole band. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anything Metallica, I'll take. Anything.
I would be Chris Cornell and Lane Staley.
Chris Cornell would be cool. Yeah. There's just a lot, man. There's a lot that like don't immediately jump to my mind, but if I saw it, I'd be like, oh, I could pick that up.
Exactly.
I would even love to see some like hip hop figures, like Notorious B.I.G. and stuff. That would be really cool to me.
Mm-hmm.
There was a company that someone had messaged me about and said like, hey, this company's working on some hip hop related figures. Never heard anything about it, but would have been cool. Yeah, I know. Chunker's with me on the Johnny Cash. Yeah, Johnny Cash would be awesome, man. That'd be one that I would absolutely love to see.
Steve Tyler would be awesome.
Yeah, especially now. We just got the news that Aerosmith is officially done.
Yeah,
that would be really cool for sure. I'd be down for that.
Great look, like just the microphone stand with all the handkerchiefs and like. Yeah,
and he has such like a unique style with all like the flamboyant colors and everything. He has such a unique style. It'd be really cool to have him on the show. Tina Turner would be cool. Tupac, yeah, that'd be dope too. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff they could do, man. I would love to see it.
Janet Jackson.
More Michael Jackson. I know I got the InArt one on pre-order, but
let's get Janet and Justin Timberlake and reenact the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah.
To the end of this song.
But it's Deadpool pulling her.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, have Deadpool behind her. Or Ladypool.
Yeah.
What we do need is like, though, we need Smooth Criminal Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Pedro, I'd be happy with early Metallica, but even like the Salt and Pepper James Hetfield would be badass because James Hetfield is just a cool dude, and I would buy any figure of him. So earlier would be ideal just because that's like, their OG look when they were just really huge. But Cliff Burton, yeah.
Figure.
I think James looks like a badass nowadays, bro. I mean,
yeah, he does.
He I don't know.
He's in really good shape. He seems healthy. Like, yeah, he's a cool dude.
You see him just before he walks out on stage. He takes like massive puffs of a cigar.
Yeah.
I love it. It's great.
Sometimes he plays with the cigar in his mouth too.
Yeah.
He's a cool
just saw them a few months ago. It was fantastic.
I'm jealous. I've never seen him. Only in videos, but hey, that's my background enjoyment until I can actually see him live. Yeah, Eminem would be cool too. I saw someone working on a custom Eminem. I thought that was pretty dope. But guys, we got to wrap it up here. I hate to cut it short. This is our shortest stream in a while, but life gets in the way sometimes, and we're happy to oblige. We had to come in this week. Amazing turnout tonight for such a short stream. We had almost 80 people. So guys, thank you so much everybody for being here, each and every one of you. I'm sorry if I missed some of your comments because we were kind of moving quicker tonight, but I do appreciate you guys for being here and hanging out with us this fine Tuesday evening. Guys, keep an eye out on those invoices. There's a lot of stuff coming out now, a lot of stuff. I got a few things coming that I'm going to be doing videos on. I do have that animated Superman figure coming that a lot of people have been interested in seeing a video on, so I will be doing a video on that. That should be here any day now. If you haven't already, check out my Deadpool review on the new special edition Deadpool from Deadpool and Wolverine. And yeah, everybody, thanks for being here. Lane, Sean, Mike, David, great to have you back. My phone is randomly going off right now.
Good to see you guys.
Dude, it was great to have you back on. I'm glad to hear that the move went well. I know that was an absolute pain and it's a lot of work.
A logistic nightmare, dude.
I bet, man. But hey, I'm glad you're able to make it back on with us for this short stream. Simple, to the point, but hey, we had fun. I appreciate everybody for being here. Guys, on the way out, if you haven't already, please consider dropping a like on the stream and subscribe if you haven't already. The links are in the description to everybody's channels or pages if they have one. And consider hitting that join button and becoming a Hotline hottie, becoming a channel member. I'd very much appreciate it. Of course, it is not required, but you get some really awesome perks, like some great emojis that you could just spam in the chat whenever you feel like it, and we will never yell at you. So take care, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I will not be reviewing that. I was so close to canceling that, dude. When I saw Jedi Patrol's video, I'm like, holy shit, they screwed that up. But I will not be reviewing that.
Why not?
Most likely. I'll probably do a TikTok video. I'm on that TikTok grind. I'm trying to figure TikTok out. But probably won't be doing a full video on that. But I will be getting it nonetheless. So take care, Ash, Kevin, Pedro, JB, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Big Dog Pound. Each and every one of you. Blue Tattoo, Gio, Boba, Philly, everybody. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night, and we will see you next week. Take care.